Okay, so I got this circuit ready. It's a 5-second monostable circuit, so the red LED will glow for 5 seconds after I press it. So when I take, no, never mind the fireworks. So when I take the resistor and the LED out, and I replace it with a motor, and I press the button, now the motor goes for 5 minutes. Okay, and the reason I want to do that is I want to make a display that looks kind of like a coin-operated machine, an old-time coin-operated machine. So the next step is I got a box. And this box is kind of cool. It's a Gatorade box that I picked up at Rouse. And so my thought is I would use this space under here to mount the control mechanisms for the floor here, on which would be mounted the scene. So that's just kind of a general idea I have. I have no idea if this will work, or what I'm doing, or anything. So that's the starting point. So there's a very simple paper and masking tape technique that you can use to shape figures. And so my idea is to get 3 figures, mount them on individual discs, and then mount those individual discs on another disc. And I will show you a little bit of the video clip that shows what I'm trying to simulate here. But right now I'm going to make figures and fit them to here. So I made the first guy. There he is. And it's just a little bit of paper and a lot of tape and a skewer. So I'll show you how it is, but it's really just take a little bit of paper, wrap it up tightly, fold it a little bit to get some volume, fold it over, and wrap some tape, and then do it again. Okay, so I will do another one. Okay, to make it easier to do the demonstration, I pre-tore a whole bunch of papers. This is about the size of it. Nothing more than this because of the size of the box and the size of the figure. Now, just for scale, that's my finger, and that's the figure. Because again, we're trying to make it make sense within the context of the box. So I am just basically folding it over to get some volume again. And I'll fold this over. Just so this can be any part I want, but I'll choose to make it the head. So if you want to see what this would look like here, here it is, and there it is, okay? Now we take some tape. I just use masking tape. It's very versatile. You just do like this. And you kind of want the head to have some volume. And then you scrunch the rest of the paper up tightly. Now, if we choose to, I'm not going to do it at the beginning, but if we choose to, we can put some clothing on these guys, right? And I think ultimately we will do that. But for right now, it's just a matter of getting the guys made so we can have something to put on the disc. Alright, so... Alright, it doesn't look like much of a head, but when we put the arms on, we'll be fine. So now we'll make the arms. Again, just fold it up, scrunch it up, fold it in 2. You're just trying to get the right size. And if you have a little bit too much, you can fold it this way too, which actually is kind of nice. Okay, so look at this, right? I'm just making arms. And again, these don't have to be perfectly anatomically sized. here we go. But yes, we can get very frou-frou with the dresses after. They can be prom dresses and formal wear. We can sew it. We can make it in just tape. You know, it can be very, very cool. Okay. And then we do like this. We do like this. Okay, so we can do that. However we get it to stay on. The beauty of this is you put enough tape on, it will eventually stay. It's not duct tape, but masking tape under some circumstances is superior to duct tape. And this is one of them. Duct tape is too thick. Not as pliable. Okay, so now we have arms. Now, looks like our guy might have a tail, but oh well. He's tucking under the dress. Maybe it's not a guy, maybe it's an animal attending the ball. Do like this. So I choose to leave the outer edges of the legs a little bulkier, so give it a little bit of dimension. And then I'm going to, so maybe that's a really tall guy. Or maybe not. Oh! Alright, so I'll take this guy up. I could cut that off if I cared to. I don't care to, because I could just put a dress on her. It'll be a her. Nobody's checking to see if their date has a tail. Okay, so I can get another skewer. Where did I get my skewers here? So I'm just kind of breaking a piece here. I'm putting it all the way up the spine because I want it to be very secure. Oops. I guess I did something a little funky here. Okay. So again, paper and tape, very forgiving. I have to thank my friend and artist Carla Tome for having introduced me to this technique. And, you know, she was part of the Art in the Park series that we hosted here for several years. Okay, so that's the second guy. Not as attractive as the first, but put some clothes on him and he'll be just fine. We can stick him in here to hang him up. There. So the idea is that I'm still trying to figure out how this is going to work, right? Whether they're going to be on the disc up here, which makes sense, and if the disc is going to be level with this or if it'll be up above the level. Right now, I'm thinking maybe up above the level. Ah! Junebug. It is July. Go away. Your time's up. Okay, now one more guy. Okay, we have our 3 figures. That's all for today.